Yes guys, what's going on? Hashtag Shora here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. As you can see here today, we've got a bit of a, it's not a player review, but basically just going to be looking at a card that I used in Weekend League that I thought was absolutely outstanding, to be quite honest with you. And I thought, you know what, we need to make a video about him because he's a bit of a player. We'll get into it in a sec. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe. Thank you so much for all the recent support. Apologies for the lack of uploads over the last week. Had some pro tournaments to play in and stuff like that. However, we can get back to a bit more of the content grind for the next few weeks now. I'll also have the second episode of my El Shaarawy Weekend League video coming out soon, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that as well, ladies and gentlemen. But without further ado, let's get into the video and see who this what if player is, shall we? I mean, that is why we're here, Alex, so that would be really helpful. Right, into the video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, we've got the main man, TOTY. Jesus Christ, what an absolutely sensational player. We'll look here first at his in-game stats. This isn't a player review as such. I plan to do player reviews at some point in the future, like properly, but I wanted to just test this guy out in Weekend League. This is basically just 13 of my first Weekend League games that I played on PS this weekend. We had a qualifier and stuff, so it was a bit of a long weekend, so I didn't get around to finishing all my games. However, I just wanted to test this guy out and use him, see what he's like. Boy, oh boy, ladies and gents, he is absolutely sensational. Got gameplay coming up after this, and I'll show you guys everything about him. However, let's just look at some stats really quickly. 97 pace is absolutely unbelievable, along with, obviously, 88 dribbling and 86 shooting. Very high, like, fits the meta very well in this game. But let's look at the stats actually looking into that. 99 agility, tick, thank you very much. 99 stamina, obviously, that's absolutely fantastic as well, along with 99 jumping, which is very decent, especially with all the constant press that goes on in this game. If you want to kick it up to this guy, he might not be the tallest, but the 99 jumping certainly does help out with that. 4-star as well, which just makes him absolutely quality. Yeah, we could probably do with a 5-star somewhere along the lines there, but you can't have everything with these players. But for the price you paid for him, as you can see there, I paid 170k for it. But that was yesterday. I've literally just checked his price now, and he's 115k. So that's 55k loss. Brilliant stuff. Trading with Shori. Cheers, guys. But on a real, 100k for this card. Very good, and definitely advise him in Weekend League squads. But without further ado, let's just jump into the gameplay now so you guys can see what's really cracking off with the main man, TOTY. Just quickly as well, this is the team that I used for the Weekend League. This was on PS. My PS team is literally dog water, free cash. No cap, for real. Sorry, I had to quote a TikTok, didn't I? Let's be honest. But I literally used them on 6 chemistry. He should be on 8, but I didn't do the manager thing for some reason. And I hadn't played the 10 games with him just yet. My PS team, admittedly, is definitely not the greatest. However, when I show you the things that this man did, even on 6 chemistry, I wouldn't even want to think about what you could do on 10. That sounded a bit crazy. Anyway, let's get straight into the gameplay, as we have a very interesting team name to start off the day. But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. So, TOTY. Now, in this video, I'm kind of going to obviously speak about TOTY a fair bit. Obviously, that's what the video is about, and probably ramble on about some other things. You know, as we do sometimes in these Weekend League highlights, sometimes we just sit here and have a little chat because just why the hell not? But I'll be honest with you guys, and this is probably very silly of me. I mean, it's definitely very silly of me. I started the Weekend League with TOTY. I looked at his card stats, and I just knew he was going to be pretty decent. You know, when you have that 99 agility, when you have that very high pace and the good dribbling and the good shooting, you know that a player is going to be decent. So as you'll see here, the first few goals with him, I just kept shooting with his left foot because I thought he was left-footed. And how well he struck it on his left foot, I thought to myself, look at that absolute banger. I thought, yeah, definitely left-footed. Definitely left-footed. And you'll see a part like later into this video as, I think this guy's name was Curly Fries, whacks it into the top bins. I score a penalty with him. I switch it obviously to, you know, take a penalty with him. And he was right-footed, and I was like, well, that's just sent my head west. But yeah, he's very decent, very fast, great dribbling, great shooting. I've said that already this video. That's absolutely sensational. But yeah, these were just the first 13 games. I just wanted to give him a test out. I wanted to try him out. And he really is just one of them nimble players. I think that's obviously what works very well in FIFA this year. Obviously fits the meta a lot, you know. And he's very good at doing that small bridge. The directional nutmeg, as you guys might also know it as. I'm sure, you know, there's some YouTubers who have made skill tutorials about it. Boras, legend, being the absolute legend that he is, have done one as well. I think I mentioned in my last video as well. I think he did a sort of skills tutorial on that, and he's very good to use that in the game at the moment because that is what all the pros are using. We literally had a qualifier this past weekend that's just gone, which unfortunately again for myself went very poorly. I'll get into that a bit later into this video, but yeah, that's what people are tending to use a lot at the moment. So TOTY gets us our second win there, and I'll show you at the end of this video how many goals he scored for me in like 15 games or whatever it is that I played with him. Obviously it doesn't have all 15 games in here, but he is just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I would say he's very good to put into squads, especially because of being in the Ligue 1. There's so many like good players in Ligue 1 at the moment that you can sort of link the players with. Obviously, the main ones being Mbappe and Neymar. If you can get him into a squad with them sort of players, Kamavinga, I want to say as well. Only issue is, all these players, they're great to use, but they're just a bit too high in price, if you guys know what I'm saying. You know, it's funny, like, sometimes I'll be streaming, and obviously, like, I'll have my team up on the screen, and let's say it's like, I've got mid R9, and people will be like, why don't you have a Prime Moments R9? I'll be like, sorry, the coins just grow on trees, pal. But, you know, it seriously is like that. It's, you know, it's like literally like TikToks where like, you're there like, what? No, I don't know why I've started talking about TikTok. But anyway, yeah, obviously I said I'd talk a little bit about the qualifier as well. Obviously, a lot of you guys will know how it's going at the moment for me. In the pro scene, it's obviously not been the greatest so far this year. But if it's going to be one of them years where things don't go well, I've just got to keep moving. We've got to keep moving. We've got to get the content going, if you know what I'm saying. It can just be a bit like that sometimes. It's been a bit of a difficult year for sure, but you know, there's more important things going on in life, etc. As El Shaarawy scores an absolutely sensational goal. And yeah, make sure you guys keep your eyes peeled for that second episode of the El Shaarawy one, because it was a bit of a it was very, very fun to record, I'll be honest. Very, very stressful though, only using one player in Weekend League. As Diatta here, showing off his agility. Sensational player. The good thing is about Diatta as well, someone with his quality, here's me scoring a pen with it. I think it was already a penalty earlier in the video, showing that he was right-footed. I was absolutely flabbergasted at the time, by the way. But someone with his agility and his stats, you can kind of just play them anywhere and they work, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like, up front, obviously it's a very good meta at the moment, because in the 4-4-2, which people are tending to use a lot, but there's also 4-4-2, there's 4-2-3-1, there's 4-3-1-2. There's loads of formations working this year. And then obviously the 5-back as well. His pace will be very, very good for getting in behind that type of thing. As well, it's great how they get the upgrades as well, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like, the what-if cards, I don't actually know how Monaco are doing so far. He does play for Monaco. If he doesn't play for Monaco, I'm sending my head west. I'm pretty sure he does. But they're going to get really, really nice upgrades as well. So that'll be very, very decent when it comes up. I don't know what I think about the what if promo. I think it's a good idea. I think the player selection, you guys let me know in the comments as well. I think the player selection was a little bit interesting. I think they could have gone for a bit more sort of known meta players. Like, obviously there was a lot of talk of Mendy getting one. There was a lot of talk of Neymar getting one. Bit of a shame that they didn't get them at all there. But Diatta with a lovely little bridge around him. What you got for us, fella? Oh, of course, the one that I actually start commentating over, the keeper saves it. It doesn't really do the man too much justice. Maybe I still thought he was left-footed. Maybe, you know, that might be like the 6th time this video that I've mentioned that I thought Diatta was left-footed. But seriously, for about 100,000 coins, this guy is very, very decent. Now, obviously, he does lack the 5-star skills. That's definitely a thing, for sure. But there's a lot of skill moves in the game that are working at the moment that are still very, very good as 4-star skillers. Obviously, you've got the directional nutmeg, which is what I refer to as the small bridge. You've also got, you know, La Croqueta cancels, that type of stuff. You got the big bridge, which still does work. Well, the normal bridge. Big bridge, small bridge. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's reminding me of Big Cook, Little Cook, which is just, yeah, again, who knows what I'm talking about. That's the best thing about when I ramble on in these videos. I just start talking absolute breeze. This guy's got a few nice icons here, as we do. I'll hold my hands up. An absolutely disgraceful through ball that works very, very well on this game, as you guys will know. Through balls are one of the main meta sort of aspects of this game. But you guys will also be seeing that I'm conceding, I was almost interrupting myself there, a lot of goals in these games. And it's because, like I said, it was right at the end of a weekend where I played a qualifier, I finished 30 games of Xbox Weekend League, and I just wanted to test this guy out. So I will say, if you're looking for defending tutorials, definitely don't come to this particular video anyway, because my defending was absolutely all over the shop. I was just absolutely pulling players out, so I wouldn't say I recommend any of these. Basically, one thing I kept doing was I just kept bringing my keeper out, and I kept getting chipped. And then the next time that someone would go forward, I'd be like, right, don't bring your keeper out this time. And I would just do it again. Not surprising out of me, it's the type of thing that I do, but like I said, guys, I'm going to be trying to get out loads more videos over the coming week. I'm going to be doing the El Shaarawy video. And then I want to get creative. I want to just keep doing creative stuff. I've got a lot of ideas in mind coming up of videos that I've sort of, you know, might involve the big man. Do you know what I'm saying? But no, I've got some ideas that I'm thinking about doing that I'm definitely gonna produce. So keep your eyes peeled, because we should have some what I would like to think will be half decent videos coming out. But yeah, obviously I'm going to keep putting effort in and stuff. As Diatta scores another fantastic goal, by the way. He is just really, really good. I don't really know what more to say. Maybe I wouldn't be the greatest person at player reviews, because I'll just go, oh, he's good or he's bad, really. But we've reached that stage where I'm probably just rambling on a little bit here, as El Shaarawy absolutely whacks it in against us. But the main man Diatta is going to come up with some absolute magic once again. Am I going to do another through ball? Yep, absolute shock. Another through ball. Do I think he's left-footed again? Yeah, let's not keep mentioning that. There's another directional nutmeg there, guys. I can't believe how well that skill works, by the way. I hope they patch it. I hope they nerf that skill move. I don't like it when a skill move becomes almost undefendable. And us as pros, like, we're getting to the point now where we kind of feel that that is very undefendable at this point. I think that's the worst thing in FIFA. If you predict that a skill move is going to happen, I'm sure you guys will be able to relate to this as well, you know. When you know a skill move is going to happen and you go to, you know, predict it and you go to defend it properly and you still don't get rewarded for almost, you know, reading what they do. As this guy, his head must have been in Colombia after he did that. But, you know, that's when I think to myself, you do deserve the ball back, that type of thing. As I do another absolutely disgraceful through ball into Diatta there, who absolutely whacks it in. And his goal tally, as you guys will see, is getting pretty mental in this weekend league. CR7, I didn't think he was going to score from there, by the way, but, you know, we keep moving. Here's me bringing out my keeper once again. What is that? Nick Pope. I'm pretty sure it's Nick Pope I've got in goal. It might not be. No, it's not. You know who it is. It's bloody Lunin. And earlier in this video, it was the Ben Yedder goal. I don't know if it's been already. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled now. He conceded a goal that I just thought to myself, there's absolutely no chance you've conceded that. Butragueno's still playing in this PS team, by the way, who is just a player that... This might be the game, by the way. Butragueno's still playing in my PS team. You know, still people telling me it was a dub that I got him from the icon pack. Watch this. Watch this from Lunin. I remember when I was making this team, people were telling me, oh yeah, you know, use Lunin over Courtois. I'm like, okay, sweet. I mean, definitely wouldn't advise that now, ladies and gents. But let's see what the man can do for us. This is actually a pretty tough game, but we managed to get the equaliser just previously before that, obviously, and then we score again in the 75th minute to win the game. And I think this might be the final game that I've put in this video, guys, basically just to talk over Diatta and show you that he is actually very decent. Again, I'm going to remind myself that he costs 100,000 coins and I've lost about 100,000 coins on him. So that's absolutely spectacular. But I definitely advise getting him into your teams. I think Monaco have got that pretty good right back. I don't know if he was an SBC, but I want to say he was a freeze right back. So he might be a good player to link him up with. But obviously, even if you can just link him with Mbappe and get him onto 7 chemistry, 8 chemistry, that type of thing, a player is still very good on that chemistry. You know, a lot of you guys will know that. Don't ever be afraid to use players. As long as someone's above 7 chemistry or more, they're absolutely quality. There's basically no difference. Yeah, once you go below sort of 5 chemistry, you're looking in a wee bit of trouble. You know what I'm saying? That's a bit of a problem. But look at him go, by the way. He's absolutely rapid. And this guy's getting absolutely whacked. But here I am again. I'm pretty sure... No, I do it here. I do it here, guys. I definitely bring my keeper out again like an absolute muppet. What are you doing, pal? Just use your brain. Another through ball here to Mane, who's another player who is still in my PS team. And I just do not know why. To be fair, like I've mentioned previously, I just usually would have played 60 games per weekend, but I haven't done that for a while because of obviously like the hand situation. Well, I didn't do it at the start of the year as much as I would have wanted to. But yeah, hopefully these highlights have shown you guys that Diatta is a bit of a player and is definitely worth using. I want to keep trying like these cheaper cards in Weekend League because I feel like there's a lot of good cheap cards that just sort of fall just under the meta. And I definitely say that's something that Team of the Season tends to do quite a lot as well. You tend to get loads of players who maybe don't look to be the best meta cards because they don't cost, you know, 6 million, 5 million coins or whatever. But they still work very well into a team, especially when you want to focus on maybe purchasing a team where you get one big player like a Hullet or something like that and you want to get loads of good players around him. This is one of them players, definitely. Hullet might be a bad example. I know he's so expensive. We can barely afford him as pros. Never mind like how you guys must feel. I can't imagine how mental it is to be able to try and afford them players without putting money on the game and stuff. Anyway, that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. So as I said, guys, quick, I'd show like how many goals he scored. In the 16 games I played with him, 39 goals and 9 assists. That's all in Weekend League. Serious baller. As I also get the nice reminder there of how many coins I've lost on him because he's gone down in price. But 100,000 coins for him, I'd seriously advise him. Get him in the squad, ladies and gents. It's also worth mentioning as well. Obviously, the only 100,000 coins is very decent, but you've got to think he's going to be getting an upgrade as well. Currently 85 rated, but that's probably going to go up to 87 or whatever it does. I'm pretty sure it goes up by 2 ratings. Probably going to have 99 pace, about 90 dribbling, 88, 89 shooting or something like that. For some for 100k, cannot advise him more. If I am a player reviewer now, of somewhat, it's a 10 from me. Or maybe I'm going a bit higher at a 10. We'll go 9.5. Just be quiet, Alex. Thanks for that. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe. Like I said, my other El Shaddai video will be coming out soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. I hope this sort of gave a good indication. Get this player. He's just very, very decent. Definitely got some work to do, though, if I want to look into doing player reviews one day. But thank you very much for all watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one. See you later, guys.